Okay. Hello, David.
Hello, Konstantine.
Nice to meet you on my podcast.
Gamar Joba, nice to meet you too.
Okay. I have one question for you. What do you think about the American actor who lives in Hollywood and Los Angeles, Sean Connery? Who is Sean Connery from you and for you and for your family and for your father?
So, Sean Connery, the famous James Bond actor,
Yes.
who sadly died a couple of years ago. He's in Scotland, we consider him a national treasure, you would say, one of the world's most famous actors. He grew up in Edinburgh in an area called Fountain Bridge, and my father knew Sean, and so did a few. My father has sadly passed away 5 years ago, but they knew each other. So Sean was a very humble person, and he didn't change when he went to Hollywood. His ego stayed the same, and he stayed in touch with many of his childhood friends. So we're very sad that Sean has gone, but he lives on through movies like you mentioned earlier. There's also The Rock.
With Ed Harris and Nicolas Cage.
Yes. So Red October, The Hunt for Red October, The Man Who Would Be King with Michael Caine, another famous movie he was in. So we miss him very much, and it's sad that he has passed away.
And now, David, what do you think about Jersey Nation and Georgia? And what do you think about Georgian Dream Party with Russian Federation and Russian politicians? And what do you think you exactly?
What do I think?
You can tell me.
So I arrived in Tbilisi 4 days ago, and from that time, all the Georgian people have been very friendly towards me. They have made me feel very welcome with their attitude, with their great food, the amazing culture of not just Tbilisi, but I've been to Kagazi, and I've been down to Kakheti yesterday, and tomorrow I'm going to the Georgian monastery over in the far west. But I love the Georgian people, and I think the historical culture goes back so far, further than most other nations. Pre-Christianity is incredible. The political situation is not broadcast so much. I'm from the UK, so we're aware that the Georgian Dream Party are currently in power. We're aware that they took power last October, but since then there has been a peaceful demonstration by the Parliament building for around 100 days, maybe more. And my experience of seeing that was there was no violence, there was no aggro, we would say. It was all done respectfully and peacefully. More than that, I can't say, because I'm not specifically or deeply aware of Georgian politics, and I don't know what every Georgian person is thinking, but all I wish for is peace and a good long-term outcome for all our Georgian brothers and sisters, because we're ultimately all connected through humanity.
David, what do you think about Georgian President Salome Zurabishvili?
I don't know enough about him. I know he was originally a businessman. He's very wealthy. In terms of him and all politicians, at the moment, I think the world is a rapidly changing place. This is my feeling. In terms of your president's motives, I don't know, because he's only been in power for 5 months, so we need to wait and see.
What is your response for new generation in Georgia? Please tell me what you respond about that, about she's life, about she's manifestations and Rustaveli Avenue, and please tell me your response about that.
I'm a father, so I have children. My daughter is 26, my son is 19. So I feel the same for all Georgians of the young generation. They should focus on their education, self-improvement to increase and enhance their opportunities at home and abroad. I just wish the best for everyone. They have been very friendly to me. I've been talking to these kids of that age group, young adults of that age group. But I haven't been talking about politics. They've just been talking about their ambitions for the future, for their jobs and for work. And they feel close to Europe. This is a theme that has come through for me. So as a father, I just wish for them a peaceful, prosperous future.
And Mr. David, final question.
Okay.
Final question. What do you think about the Russo-Ukrainian war?
It's very unpredictable. It's very unpredictable because President Trump took power 2 months ago, and what we all know is there are negotiations taking place between America. So America is now involved more heavily, and I think everybody is just watching the TV at the moment to see what is going to be the next statement that comes out. What is going to be the next move? What will Trump suggest? What will Putin agree to? What will Zelensky agree to? And again, if this 30-day ceasefire happens, that is one positive step, because it means less casualties and less deaths for 1 month, and then negotiations can continue, hopefully, for a peaceful outcome for everybody and no more killing.
Thank you, David. Please, you tell me your last name, first name, and occupation.
Thank you, Konstantine. My name is David William. My occupation is in Scotland. I'm a park ranger. Okay, so I'm involved in conservation, helping people to enjoy the outdoors, looking after our lakes and reservoirs and forests, and animals and plants and birds there. So you understand, park ranger, you know what this is.
So you are a traveler, right? Ranger and traveler.
So I'm here. My personal interest is dogs, particularly the Georgian dog, the Nagazi, or in the mountains, the bigger dog, the Caucasian ovcharka, because I'm interested in predator-prey relationships, the conflict between wolves and bears, and the shepherds with their livestock, with their sheep and their goats and their cattle, and how the dogs act like the natural protection, so the shepherd can have his livelihood and his economy isn't damaged too badly. So the most famous dogs in the world are like the Turkish Kangal and the Caucasian ovcharka and Nagazi. So I'm here to make photographs, speak to shepherds and get their stories of what it's like to be a shepherd in this country. And that's my passion, and that's why I'm here. and also to eat the amazing food, the amazing Georgian food, and the amazing Georgian wine.
Okay, thank you for his first interview in my podcast. And my podcast you can see YouTube channel podcast with Konstantine.
Madloba, thank you, my friend. So tell me your link. Do you have a card, or you can tell me what is the name of your channel? We're not recording now. Are you still recording?
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
I will split.
You
one.
tell me.
I will
Okay.
split.